Sakafet YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Let us make some yummy banana fritters. My darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen. I have some overripe bananas that's been staring at me all week in the kitchen, and I thought, you know what, let's make some snacks for when the boys get back from school. This is a very simple recipe. All you need is your banana, you'll need your sugar, which is optional, you'll need some cinnamon and nutmeg, and you're also gonna need some flour. I'm using self-rising flour, but if you don't have self-rising, you can always just use some plain flour and add just a little pinch of baking powder, nothing too much. To combine everything today, I'm using my trusty food processor. I'm gonna be using 3 bananas and I'm just gonna add them in to my food processor. Once it's in, I'm gonna add a little sugar. If you don't want to add sugar, you can definitely leave that out, but I'm gonna mash it first before adding my remaining ingredients. Now that my bananas have been mashed, if you don't have a food processor, feel free to use a fork and mash this up. I'm gonna be using 1 cup of flour, okay? I'm using self-rising just because this is what I have on hand. It's also gonna help to keep these banana fritters nice and fluffy. And yeah, if you don't have it, you can always just use plain flour and a little bit of baking powder as mentioned. I'm also gonna add just a little cinnamon and nutmeg. I love my cinnamon and nutmeg. It just reminds me of these beautiful island flavors that I love so much. I'll add a pinch of salt. Salt is optional, but hey, just a little pinch of salt. Adding a little splash of water as well, and then I'm gonna mix this up for about 30 seconds to a minute. Once my batter was ready, this is how it looks. As you can see, it's not too runny and it's not too thick. I'm gonna go ahead and use my trusty pot from Aldi, adding just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. I'm just gonna use the measuring cup to give me some even fritters, okay? So this is gonna give you about 6 to 8 because of how big I'm doing it. And yes, my darlings, just a very simple recipe. I find that since I have kids, I'm always thinking of amazing ways to use up some of the stuff that I have in the house. And especially when they get back from school, I feel like they have a special hunger. Any other moms that watch this channel, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure you guys can relate. Anyways, my fritters had been cooking for about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure you flip them over. Keep your heat on sort of like a low to medium. And this is literally it. A very simple recipe. I find this to be not too oily, just really nice. Just a nice little snack. Even baby had some. So it's really kid friendly and it's just a nice way to use up any overripe bananas that you have. So once they're all cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the pot, making sure to place it on a paper towel, and that's just gonna soak up any of the excess oil. And this is literally it, my darlings. Very simple. Please try this recipe. It's so good. But this is how they look now that it's all cooked. So amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and serve it up. My boys are back from school now. Sometimes I like to have it with some of this salted caramel spread, especially if I'm feeling a little peckish and I want something nice and sweet. And yeah, it makes for a little nice dessert as well. Like you can literally have one of these and put a scoop of ice cream, a little syrup on it, whatever you want to do. Yes, and they're nice and fluffy. They're not oily at all. They kind of remind me of pancakes as well. well. But yes, my darlings, really simple recipe. Try it soon. Let me know if you like it. It's been a pleasure having you here in my kitchen, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.